Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to Nerd Mode. This is where I introduce you to a series that you may or may not be aware of. For today's Nerd Mode, I'm going to talk about the television series Lucifer. Like I always says, it's not a review, it's just me talking about a series that I really like that I recommend you check out for yourself. Lucifer is a supernatural drama about, well, Lucifer. After becoming bored of ruling over hell, Lucifer decides to take a break from it and finds himself here on Earth, specifically in Los Angeles, where he eventually crosses paths with a detective, Chloe Decker. Finding her fascinating, or I guess another way of looking at it is becoming infatuated with her, he takes it upon himself to implant himself in her life, going as far as getting himself hired as a consultant so that they can work together on cases, much to her reluctance. But sadly for Lucifer, things aren't that simple, as he has to deal with his brother Aminadel. I know I'm probably butchering that, I don't care, that's just the way I'm going to say it. Who is trying to make him return to hell by any means necessary. A sentiment that is shared by Lucifer's loyal confidant and somewhat bodyguard Maziki, who personally thinks Lucifer spent a little too much time on Earth, specifically a little too much time around Chloe. But for him, it's all about having a devilishly good time. See what I did there? I'm so clever. When it comes to Lucifer as a character, what I like about him the most is the fact that he has this charming, charismatic, kind of carefree personality. At the same time, he's also a bit of a playboy, on multiple occasions enjoying the benefits of human interaction, if you get what I mean. Part of the show's structure involves Lucifer helping Chloe solve her cases, more often than not using his powers of kind of persuasion to kind of make people speak their inner desires. For Lucifer, solving these cases isn't just about helping Chloe and spending time with her. That plays a part in it, but it's also about punishing those who are responsible for committing whatever said crime is, on some occasions it being a murder. What I find most fascinating is that when you look at Lucifer, you go like, okay, it's understandable why he'd enjoy punishing people. But as the series progresses, you start to learn it's not necessarily that he enjoys punishing people, it's that deep down he's actually a good guy and he wants to get justice for people. Which kind of ties in with my next point about the show. Lucifer tries to break preconceived notions about himself. What I mean is, like, everyone treats him like the bad guy. Anytime some human does some kind of atrocity, it's like, oh, the devil made me do it. Like, Lucifer is considered like the root of all evil, that all evil can be traced back to him because he exists. Evil exists. Then on many occasions people think that they really know him and everything that he stands for and represents. It's a subject that Lucifer himself is very touchy about. I mean, he didn't ask to be who he is, you know, to watch over hell, to be the devil. In his eyes, it was a job that was forced upon him by his dad, God. Lucifer has some serious family issues, specifically daddy issues, but when you look at the circumstances, you can kind of understand why. And speaking of family issues, that does play a part in the story. Now, I mentioned before, obviously, he's got to, you know, deal with his feelings with his dad, as well as dealing with the whole situation about his brother trying to drag him back to hell. It's also about trying to understand himself a little better. He even goes as far as starting to see a therapist, Dr. Martin. She actually helps him kind of deal with his issues, as well as kind of helps him help Chloe with some of her cases. Granted, she doesn't believe the whole I am Lucifer thing. She kind of thinks of it as kind of a defense mechanism for him to like adopt this kind of biblical persona to his life as his way of dealing with issues. But in her defense, most people don't take Lucifer seriously when he tells him he's a devil. Most people are just like, oh, either it's all part of an act or he's just crazy. As you can obviously tell, Lucifer plays a big part of the show. I mean, he is kind of the main star of it. But the show doesn't shy away from giving you background on other characters. You take, for example, Chloe. Her relationship with Lucifer, kind of their back and forth is a big part of the show too. Kind of their trust in each other. In my personal opinion, it's my favorite relationship in the entire show. But it's not all about her relationship with Lucifer either. It's also about her daughter Trixie, as well as her fellow detective husband Dan. And besides all that, it does seem that Chloe is special in some regards. In what way is she special? Well, I can't say because it'll basically spoil the show. But that's still something that the show hasn't really gone over yet, and that's something I'm sure we'll kind of learn about as the series progresses. Like, maybe it wasn't a coincidence for Lucifer to find himself in Chloe's life. That maybe they were brought together for a specific reason. Lucifer is loosely based on the Vertigo comic book series of the same name. This said comic book is actually a spin-off of another Vertigo comic series, Sandman. From what I know, the TV show and the comic book are very different. For one, the TV show has the whole crime drama procedural aspect to it. Plus, in the comic book, Lucifer travels between the different realms, whereas in the TV show, he pretty much stays here on Earth. Granted, whether that's always going to be 100% true, that's yet to be shown. But the TV show and the comic book are similar in the fact of the main plot being that Lucifer got bored of hell and then he came to Earth, specifically Los Angeles. Plus, a lot of the themes are shared as well. The second season of Lucifer premieres September 19th. But that's really all I want to talk about in this video. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.